What is good, YouTube? So today I'm bringing you an update to my live twin deck profile. This is pure live twin, no Fiendsmith cards in this profile. I did make some adjustments to the hand traps, added in a few more going second cards, removed some of the fluff. I did originally have two of the new Link 1s in here. I did realize this card is really not that great. So we do just have one. I'm not even sure if it's even needed in the pure version. Honestly, it does work as an extender, possible draw as well. I do need to do some more playtesting just to see if it really is worth it. So I'm gonna go over the deck card by card really quick, and then we are gonna go into a combo and test hunt at the end of the video. Though, if you are new to the channel, here is a little something about myself.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
So to begin the deck profile, we do have three of the live twin Leelas. She is one of your main starters. This deck does run a lot of one card starters. So you normal summon the blue and it special summons the pink from the deck. Very simple, very beginner friendly deck as well. And of course you max out on both of the names. So with the pink one, obviously you normal summon this and then it special summons the blue one from the deck and you kind of link climb from there. Then we have one of each of the extenders. So we have the Yugioh Frost, which is one of the best ones, honestly, because whenever your opponent adds any cards from the main deck to their hand, you can banish this card from your graveyard. So it's not only a good extender, however, it does give you follow-up as well. Then we have the Leela Tree. So if you control a Yugioh monster, you can special this card from your hand. So if one of your main normal summons gets negated, it does work as an extender. Plus it has another niche effect you don't really use, honestly. Then you have the new card, Live Twin Leela Suite. So this one works in conjunction with the Yugioh deal. If one of your normal summons does get stopped, you can just go ahead and go into your Yugioh deal and then send this card from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can go ahead and special summon your Leela Suite and then kind of start link climbing from there. So it's just another extender for the deck. Speaking of extenders, we do run 3 parallel exceeds. One of the strongest combos to go in the deck is going into your Baguska. Because you run nothing but link monsters, having your link 4 and then a Baguska is just pretty much one of the strongest end boards you can make. So it just works as an extender, and since you link climb a lot and go into links. Then speaking of one card starters, you have 6 more one card starters. Secret Password gets you your Sunny Snitch, and then Sunny Snitch gets you any of your one card starters, either the pink or the blue. So we run 6 of them for a total of 12 one card starters. For most meta tier 1 decks, or at least a rule I like to live by, is having 15 one card starters. This deck runs 12, so it's really close to being a really good deck. However, those missing 3 one card starters, it's pretty much why people are running the Fiendsmith package. But again, in the pure version, you definitely want to max out on all 6 of these. Then for some more consistency, technically I guess this is your 13th one card starter, Pot of Prosperity. You banish 3 or 6 from your extra deck, then you dig 3 or 6 to the top of your deck and kind of look for one of your starters. Or if you want to just grab a hand trap that you know will shut down your opponent, you can go ahead and grab that. Just a really good card. And then Called by the Grave, aside from Ash Blossom, it is one of your only cards that stops the Molcharmi cards. It's at 1 for a reason, you need to run it. Same thing with Crossout Designator. If your normal summon gets ashed, effect veilered, you want to be able to run Crossout Designator just to give you some protection. So one of each of these cards. Then another new addition, I did add 3 Forbidden Chalice, just going with the budget route. Again, it's good going first, good going second. If you go first, you can just go ahead and set it, and then it negates one of your opponent's monsters. If you're going second, you can just go ahead and negate one of your opponent's monsters as well. So we do run 3 of these. Then of course for the hand traps, you need to run 3 Ashes in pretty much any deck. It's too strong to not run. It can go 1 for 1, stopping your opponent as just a pure hand trap, or if you're going first and your opponent throws a Fualos or a Molcharmi down, it's one of the only cards to prevent you from getting max seed pretty much. Then we are running 3 Drone Lockbird. This card can pretty much stop half of the meta, half of the decks. If you're going against Mitsurugi Raizio, or pretty much any rogue deck, Drone Lockbird can pretty much shut them down by itself. 3 Effect Veiler, just one of the best 1-for-1 negates. And since this deck does do a lot of drawing, it's one of the best ones to kind of draw into. Nib, similar to Drone Lockbird, this card can pretty much stop a lot of rogue decks or even meta decks just by itself. Your opponent no more special summons 5 times and you pretty much nuke their entire board. Then we're only running 1 Ghost Mourner. Since it is only a once per turn, if you draw it, it's not the end of the world. It pretty much is an effect failure, but it only works against special summon monsters. Then it also has when the monster goes to the graveyard, it does some burn damage, so it comes up. We just run 1 of it. And then 3 Solemn Strikes. Of course, going first, this card is super powerful. The deck ceiling is not too high, so if you can somehow get a Solemn Strike, as well as your typical end board, it just gives the deck a different layer of interruption. So that is a clean 40 cards. Now going into the extra deck, we have the Yugioh deal. Again, when you do get interrupted, you can go ahead and just go into this, send your other new Kill monster from the deck to the graveyard, and then start link climbing from there. Also, if you do have a lot of extenders, you can just go into this as a link 1, and then if your opponent has any more interruptions, you can go ahead and draw a card. I'm not sure how often that's used, I've never really seen it. However, it does seem like a really interesting effect. Then you are running 3 of the evil twin Leelas. This can honestly be cut down to 2, because you pretty much go into 1 your first turn, 2 the second turn, and then after that you kind of just go into your blowout cards like Access Code Talker to kind of just finish the game. You don't really want to go into the third one. If you're going into the third one and going into a grind game, more than likely your opponent's going to have better follow-up than you do. But I have 3 in here, and then 2 of the Kill deals, just because later games, being able to pop one of your opponent's cards is better than pretty much drawing another hand trap. And then you also have your Trouble Sunny, who can get all of these back anyways and kind of get the draw and pop effects anyway. Then we have 2 of the evil twin Kills. Again, just being able to draw is really strong in this deck. Still running 3 of the Trouble Sunnies. If you're more advanced with this deck, let me know, is that really the best route to go? I know for sure 2 of them mandatory in this deck. 3rd, just to kind of finish the games. 2, because you can go ahead and attack for 3,300, bounce it, go into your link 2s, and then attack from there. Then we have the IP Masquerena line. Just going into IP and then tagging out into either Nightmare Cerebrus during your opponent's turn and bouncing one of their cards, or going into IP and then going into an Underworld Goddess, because sometimes your board is full. So maybe if you have a Baguska and then IP, and then using one of your opponent's cards as well and kind of going into an Underworld Goddess, because Underworld Goddess allows you to link climb using your opponent's cards. So again, just another strong interaction, or just going into Access Code Talker at the end of the game just to finish out games. Just another reason why you don't really need the 3rd Trouble Sunny, because you have Access Code Talker in the deck, you can just link climb to this. It's 5,600 attack. You can banish all of your link monsters from your graveyard, pop your opponent's whole board, and just kind of go for a game from there. Then we have one of the best going second cards in the game. You normal summon your monster. If it gets stopped, especially going second, you go ahead and toss one of these on there. You have a 2,900 monster. You can bounce one of your opponent's cards. Then it pretty much works as a pseudo skill drain because your opponent is unable to utilize effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. So just a really strong Gwen second card. Then again, Baguska. If the deck can run it, might as well run it. It makes your end board really strong. If you do somehow manage to lose game 1, if you are going to locals for the first time, for example, and you lose game 1, the deck already has a lot of extenders, 1-card starters, but you would probably just go ahead and replace 3 of your hand traps and then just toss in 3 more Solemn Judgments. Just another really strong going first card. So again, just remove 3 of your hand traps. You lose game 1, going into game 2, remove 3 hand traps and put in 3 Solemn Judgments into your deck. However, if you do win game 1, and then you're going into game 2 and you know you're going second, the deck has a lot of non-engine cards and a lot of hand traps you can take out. So you can add in cards like Dark Roller, Regeki, and Harpy's Feather Duster just to kind of help clear out your opponent's board. So again, if you do manage to win game 1 and then going into game 2 knowing you're going second, you can remove your hand traps and kind of go for some board breakers, or just keep the hand traps in. Honestly, the deck has so many 1-card starters and non-engine as well. It doesn't really need to be changed too much. However, if you do lose game 1 and then go into game 2, you definitely want to add in the 3 Solemn Judgments and just remove some of your hand traps. So I'm going to go into a quick test hand, just showing you what the deck can do. In case you haven't seen the sleeves, these are some amazing looking sleeves. I know I get a lot of comments on my Sky Striker stuff. These sleeves might honestly be even better than those ones. All right, the deck is shuffled. Let's see what we get. Solemn Strike, Ash Blossom, Parallel Exceed. Okay, I thought we were gonna not have a great hand, but we did draw one of our starters. Obviously, if the secret password gets stopped, we kind of have enough gas to kind of survive the turn, especially if we're going first, we'd have 3 negates. Going second, we have Nib and Ash, which can honestly stop a lot of decks just by itself. So for the sake of the video, we're gonna pretend like we're gonna go uninterrupted. Go ahead and utilize Secret Password. Secret Password's gonna go and grab you your Sunny Snitch. We can go ahead and activate Sunny Snitch. That's gonna grab us our Live Twin Leela. So Sunny Snitch does stay on board, by the way, And then whenever your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain 200 life points and your opponent loses 200 life points. So just something to remember. So from here, we can just go ahead and normal summon our live twin Leela. Leela's gonna now go ahead and special summon our Kisakil from the deck. From here, we're gonna go ahead and go into our evil twin Kisakil. Activate Kisakil's effect, go ahead and special summon our Leela. Then we can utilize these two to go into our evil twin Leela. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So Kisakil gets special summoned, Parallel Exceed gets special summoned, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Parallel Exceed can go ahead. Parallel Exceed can go ahead and get another Parallel Exceed special summoned, and then Kisakil gets to go ahead and draw us a card. So we get Ghost Mourner. That's actually a really good draw. So from here, we can just go ahead, go into our Trouble Sunny, utilizing these two. Then we can go ahead and do a Baguska. So when I was going over the deck profile, this is actually one of the end boards I was talking about. Having a Trouble Sunny who's gonna get us a pop and a draw on our opponent's turn. And then a Baguska, who then negates our opponent's entire board. Our board is unaffected because our monsters are unable to go to defense mode, so it does not affect link monsters. So we have a Baguska, we have Sunny Snitch, who's gonna burn our opponent for 200 and then give us 200. We can go ahead, put down our Solemn Strike, and then we have 3 hand traps. So 3, 4, 5, 6 interruptions, and then a Floodgate with Baguska. So once our opponent normal summons or pretty much does anything, we can go ahead and bounce our Trouble Sunny, special summon our 2 monsters. We can utilize Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So Chainlink 2 obviously resolves first, so we're blocking our Kisakil from getting our draw effects. So Leela's gonna go ahead and pop one of their cards. Kisakil's gonna draw us a card. We get Effect Trailer. So we drew a card, popped one of their cards. They're unable to do anything with their monsters. And then we also have 4 hand traps in hand. So most players are not going to be able to survive the 4 hand traps alone. Then we also have Baguska. If they don't have an out for Baguska, they're pretty much done for the game, honestly. And then Solemn Strike over here as well. Very layered interruptions. So that concludes the test hand and combo video for you guys. If you guys want to see more live twin stuff, or want to see and what I would do if I would update this deck, or even like the unchained stuff or the spright stuff, let me know in the comments below. But I think that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.